let me guess. You one of these brothers think you can get by off won't get a smile, huh? What about the smile?
I am smiling. Instrumentals.
Yo, y'all check in. You guys check in. We'll start the show in 1 minute. If you need the link, let me know. If you want to join the conversation, press 1 if y'all can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me, players. I'll put it in 1 second. All right, cool. I got you, bro. Let me go ahead and start this intro. Y'all ready for a good discussion? I'm going to drop the link in a minute. We talking about, is she really for the streets? That's what we want to know. Make sure to show your appreciation via Super Chat. Show some love for the open panel. Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, everybody. Happy Kingdom in this piece. Let's do a roll call real quick. So I'm going to the top. Press one if you can hear me. Press one if you can hear me, and I'm going to shout the people out. So you got a chance when I get back down. Can y'all hear me? Shout out to JW, Iceberg, Chris G, Joe Blast, True Savage, Viking, Morris Dope. Good morning, bro. Viking, I got you the link. True Savage, Nelly Nell, Hypnosis for Men. What up, player? G, what up? Unique. All right, cool. So let me go ahead and drop this link. Now, I'm not playing with you cats today. I'm telling you right now. Do not try me with the naked shit, bro. Do not try me with the naked shit today, bro. I'm telling you right now. All right, let me see. All right. So today, is she really for the streets? Now, this conversation came about last Tuesday. If you guys don't know, this is not a shot at anybody or nothing like that. This topic came about because of a conversation we had last Tuesday, and we had one side saying that all women are for the streets, and then we had another side saying that women, maybe not, whatever. Thanks for that super chat. Let's go ahead and have a super chat party. It's Tuesday. We all need that energy. Biking on deck. He's serious about it. He boom, let's do it. What's up? Slick Rick on deck. Boom. He said, let's do it. Well, we gotta wait. It says you're not connected. I wait a few seconds. Thanks for that super chat. Yeah, so when he comes back on, are they really for the streets? Are all women for the streets, Viking? What do you think?
I think this is one of those nuanced situations.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the way that I try, I'm gonna, I guess, I don't know if this might be a little heavy getting right into it, but
You're heavy.
Basically,
Morning,
for,
Ryan.
if you want to visualize the sexual marketplace for women. Hey, Ryan. It's kind of like one of
Hello.
those shopping strips. Oh, he's got a phone
Morning.
call. Hold on.
Yeah, that's how come I know you didn't subscribe, because you would know it, because you would have got the notification. It's in the chat. No, it's in the chat. Like, I'm live right now.
Welcome to Tech Support Live with Happy Kingdom.
You see, that's what happens sometimes. Sorry.
It's all good.
Come on, Nelly Nell, come up here, bro. Yeah, so I disagree with that, man. This see, people just because a woman has the possibility of cheating on you and shit doesn't mean she's a 365 round the clock hoe. That don't mean that, bro. Like, anybody can be pushed to do shit. Like, I'm not a cheater, bro. I mean, well, you know what I mean. Like, the point is I could be in a healthy relationship, bro, and then my girl can be with some weird shit consistently for 2-3 months, and then the girl at work might start looking a little cute, and I might dip off in her. But does that mean I'm a lifetime a cheater and I can't control my penis like 9 to 5, 7 days a week? No, it don't mean that. But people do have weak moments, and I think like it's just put across the board. Like, man, you meet a chick. Man, she didn't get 3 BJs today. No, bro, she went to work today and took her dog to the sitter, and then made some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for her kids, bro. Like, it's just too extreme. To me, it's like the game is on defense. Like, women can be promiscuous, and you can't trust what they say, but you shouldn't be able to trust what anybody says, because people's emotions change and their mind changes too. So it's just if you meet a woman, like, oh, I gotta make sure It's just like defense. It's like you're not playing the game on defense because it's like you're worried, so worried about what they're gonna do that you're not focusing on what you're doing. That's my take. You know what I'm saying? Like if, if I deal with a woman, it's a risk. Even the last situation, like I was dealing with a chick and she was like, "Oh, how she said." Oh, you need to give me she said I need to give her guarantees, but those weren't the words. And I'm telling her, like, I can't guarantee you shit. Like, yeah, we cool right now, but if you do some weird shit like in 3 weeks, I'm not gonna feel the same way. And I'm human though. I don't feel like I should get a spanking for changing my mind. So go ahead, Viking, what you got to say, and then pass it to Ryan, and then if you guys come in the chat, it's open.
Well, that's what marriage was supposed to be, is a certificate of fidelity, right? It's basically what you're signing up, and you're both supposed to be like, yeah, okay, we both got our certificates now, and so no screwing around, right?
Mhm.
But the way it is for women, and even for guys in a lot of ways, is it's kind of like going to a shopping plaza, right? And you got stores on both sides. So you depending on what shopping plaza you go to, you have a lot of options to buy things, right? This is the sexual marketplace. So in terms of whether or not women are for the streets, I think we're all just kind of out in the street and we're looking at different shops. And then this was, you go into those shops, you got impulse shopping, right? And that's the thing. Is like, even if you get into a committed marriage and your options are a lot smaller, you still have options within that store, and you can explore those options if you're allowed to. Right? It's whether or not you allow yourself or you are allowed to, because some guys control and mate guard, right? And tell her, don't be going and looking over there in that aisle, don't be picking up stuff in the impulse on the way out. Guys will give their girl directions so that way she doesn't do those sort of things. But then girls can also restrict themselves too, and a lot of them don't because they want to explore those options. So depending on how diligent you are or how loyal she is will determine whether or not she is going to buy things in the street, if that makes sense.
Good. Ryan, what you got to say? Good to see you, brother. My man said he was ready and he came same day. Let's do it.
Damn right. So one thing that I've noticed is that people tend to have these like filters, right? You see what you want to see, right? If you all of a sudden are looking to buy a Camaro, you see fucking Camaros everywhere. So if your experience has been with a bunch of girls who have low values, can't keep it in their pants, can't keep their views together, all sort of stuff, that's what you see everywhere, right? Now, it's important to recognize that girls will go for things whenever they're given the opportunity. If they have the opportunity to hook up with somebody high value, odds are they're going to take that, all else being equal. The other thing to recognize is that this is really only a problem for guys who are average. If you're a top tier guy, if you've got everything on lock, if you can demonstrate that high value, if you can lead, if you're a dominant man, if you take care of things not only in and out of the bedroom, right? That's a much higher cost to pay if she loses you. So she's much more likely to act right? If you give her the incentive to stay by actually being able to deliver, by giving her the experiences she needs to have, by doing it in a way that
you're a little bit choppy, bro. You a little bit choppy, Ryan.
What I'd say is, like, if you're a high value man, giving her things that she can't get anywhere else, she's not going to put that at risk. The people that really have to worry about girls who are from the streets are the average guys who don't have a lot to give. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What you got to say? Because you a woman, you gonna defend the women? They all for the streets. Beautiful. They all for the streets. None of you women ain't shit. What you got to say? These hoes ain't shit, man. What you got to say, beautiful? They ain't shit. They ain't nothing. Mic up. Where you at?
Okay. So no, there's something happening with my mic.
What's up, baby?
He's roasting her and she can't even defend herself.
Man, I know you didn't double fisted this morning, man. You better quit playing around. You was doing this shit all morning. That's why your reception all fucked, because you was doing this.
No. Basically, you can't group people like that and say everyone is this way. Mm-hmm. You can't do this. You can't do the gender. You can't do the race. You can't do the nationality and say, oh, this whole group is a certain way. It's not real. Mm. And you see a lot of people do that based on their experience.
Right.
They're actually talking about their own experience when they say, oh, everybody, every woman is this, or, every black person, every white person, every Asian person is this way and stuff. That's from experience.
Mhm.
I can say that Asians are against black people
Mhm.
because of them doing gymnastics to catch you stealing something in the beauty in the beauty supply, but it doesn't make it true.
Right.
That was
Hey,
just my experience.
let me ask you this: in
Okay.
the dating scene, do you feel this energy when you meet new prospects that guys automatically off the bat they're not trusting what you say, they're not super invested, maybe because they may feel like, oh, it's I can't trust her. Like it's an energy. Can you feel that energy though?
No,
No.
because anyone who knows me in the slightest will tell you that I really don't give a damn.
So they just be like,
No,
beautiful, got that nice chocolate skin. They want to touch it like this. So they just put you on a pedestal, and right, that's what happens.
it wouldn't touch my face. No.
She said she ain't got them kind of problems because they just be signing up to be on the
No,
pedestal. Here
my
you go,
thing
baby.
is, thank you, baby.
LDA.
But I'm the type of person that I'm not gonna fight for you to believe me.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say what I have to say and be done with it.
Right.
Because that's something I learned about myself, like when I was younger and stuff like that. The whole back and forth. We were going back and forth. Whoever I'm talking to, because they choose not to believe me, even though I'm telling the truth. And you're going back and forth. Because you're repeating the same thing, trying to get this person to believe you when it's really not worth it.
Yeah.
If you're telling the truth, you say it once.
I get that a lot too.
Maybe twice. Maybe twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get accused of having all these women. I got 0 women. I ain't got shit. These women always talking about I got all these hoes. I'd be like, I ain't got no hoes, bro. I'm tired of telling you how single I am. They don't want to believe me. Beautiful. I don't know what it is. I be trying to tell them I'm single. I'm just a dude with a polo hat, 2 chains, and a fucking voodoo statue. I ain't got no bitches. I don't know what they be thinking. LD, what's up, big bro? They all for the streets.
What's going
big
on?
bro. LDA,
What's
they all for the streets. We already know LDA don't trust these bros.
No, they're not authentic. No, I'm not on that the whole ideology, believing that all the women are for the streets. That is a narrative that some men do subscribe to, and then there are some women who are for the streets. But if you look at the percentile of women that are not for the streets and the ones who are, you'll see that there's a vast difference. You'll see that the percentile is actually in the favor of the women who are not. Actually, there's a lot of women who are just not having sex at all. Or, they're using toys. But my point is they're not being intimate with no guy.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of times guys miss out on good women out there because they believe this narrative that it's a very general, broad stroke that we shouldn't use.
Right.
But I would say, better thing to say, some women are for the streets. Not all women are for the streets. That takes maturity and that takes experience being out there in the game to understand that there are women out there who have not had sex for 5 to 2 years, 5 to 10 years, not 5-10 years, but 5 to 2 years, and have not wanted nothing. But if a man shows up and everything goes right, she's willing to give it up to him. So it's just, people need to be really honest when they use the word all. It's a very broad stroke. It's very general.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, like all it's not the right word to use.
Well, I got a question for everybody on the panel, and I'm gonna just Black Jack. What's up, my cousin? I'm gonna just go down from Viking to Brian to Black to LDA to Beautiful. Salute, P Dubs. Come up, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Come up here, bro. You the main reason why we got this damn shit going. So come up, shit. We all up here defending your damn shit. Let's go. Hey, so this is what I want to ask, and then we can get to you, beautiful. We can exchange it for the chats. So I want to hear from everybody. What is one clue that put your spider senses off for if she is for the streets? What kind of tingles your feather? What so Viking, start with you. And then beautiful, you gonna help the ladies out that listen. I just looked at I'm up to 22% ladies too. That was a goal of mine too. I'm trying to get to like 30 now. Look, so you talk about like the player kind of guys who women should stay away from. So let's give these cats a tip. Viking, what's your first for the streets radar when you see a girl and you like, I don't know about this one, bro. She might be kind of, what is it?
Well, it's kind of the typical stuff. If she's got a lot of tattoos, like in the BDSM scene, you know, that especially back in like the 90s and 2000s when I was first starting to get into it, it was, you know, tattoos and piercings were kind of a clear sign that you were looking for a girl, you know, that she liked pain and she was willing to experiment at least with stuff like that. So it's kind of, you know, if you can get a tattoo and multiple piercings, you're usually curious about that sort of thing. So it wasn't for sure, but it was a clear indicator. So if you got those things, like once again, a lot of girls don't understand why a lot of guys won't take them seriously, but when you've got tattoos all over your face and everything, it kind of makes it look like you're really into pain. You know, and especially if you talk about how much you enjoy getting the tattoo or the piercing, that's another indicator of, you know, what she's kind of into in the bedroom. So I don't know. That's probably a pretty basic one.
That's a good one right there, because I'm gonna tell you why. In my book, Conversations with the Mind, the book that's behind me, but y'all see it in a second, I talk about that. And one thing I say is, a lot of guys take pride in like, oh yeah, man, this girl got my name on her breast and all that shit. And you don't understand, like, that's pleasure for some chicks, bro. You're looking at it like you're dominating her, but really, it's just pleasure for her. If her and you don't work out, she just gonna put a flower over that shit and call it a fucking day. She ain't gonna cry, oh my God, I have Ryan's name on my chest. Now my life is ruined. No, she's just gonna cover that shit because she like getting pain anyway. That's it. So it's not a big deal to her. But go ahead, Ryan. What put your alarm on?
But is it his mic?
Yeah, you choppy, bro.
Sorry.
There you go.
Jesus, man. I don't know. So what I would say is the biggest indicator is whenever she starts bragging about sex, the sex she's had, the party she's been to, the guy she's been with. Because that means that she treats sex as a much more casual thing and less a valuable thing to her, less important for her. But one thing I wanted to kind of go back to real fast about the beautiful note that you said about treating like all people like this is we come up with these kind of heuristics and these generalizations based on our life experience, and we use that to kind of judge and navigate our way through the world, right? When you're talking about firearms, you're talking about treat all weapons as if they're loaded, not because every gun is, but because it's so dangerous to ignore that reality that it could be. So when we talk about all women are like this and all men are like this, of course not all of them are like that, not even the majority. But the thing is, you have to take that reality and that possibility into account, and most people don't. It's something that we don't talk about enough in general society. Like here in this space, sure, we talk about it a lot, but guys in the space are guys who are truly experienced, have been through a lot, both good and bad. We've seen the good and the bad in both women and men in relationships, and so we recognize things that perhaps isn't part of the mainstream Disney narrative about how relationships are and how people work. And so when we talk about, all women for the streets and all guys cheat and all that kind of stuff, it's not a 100% absolute. It's an acknowledgement that the possibility is there and you have to take it into account.
Good answer, brother. So beautiful. What do you say when you like, girl, this dude was fine, but you kind of like, I don't know about him. I got to kind of watch him. What is it? If he got too many chains on, what's the deal? If he got on a Versace glasses, you're not cool. Does that set it off? What sets it off for you?
I'm an energy person. I feel people's energy. If your energy is off because you're off, that I don't want to deal with you. I don't care how fine you are.
So you said what? You an energy person?
Yeah. So I can feel the energy of fake people, like the fakery. And
You just said that because I said that.
no. This is my life. So no, if you feel it off to me, I'm just not gonna deal with you. I don't give a damn how fine you are.
Okay. Who was that just came on? Oh, that's
It's that
Lawrence.
whole congruency, right? It's that whole congruency between what
That
they
should
say
be
and
me.
what they do and how they act, right?
Huh?
It's the congruency between how they act, what they say, and kind of how they carry themselves, right?
Yeah. And so that's why I can't like say on screen like, oh, you know what it is about a person that makes me want to walk away, or whatever.
Yeah,
Or because
it's like a culmination. It's like a
Yeah.
multitude of factors. That's why it's so hard for even
Right.
guys in this space to really give what, like this happens on John's channel a lot, where a guy's asking like a hyper specific question. John's like, I can't answer that without more information. I need a lot more information to narrow down and tell you what exactly is going on. I can't just, why is she acting like this? I don't know. I'm not you. I need more information to even try.
They be like, yeah, hey, Afi, yeah, bro, my girl just broke up with me. What to do next? Fool, I don't know. How did she break up with you? Why did she break up with you? What the hell did you do? Because guys always hit you up about the women acting funny and shit, and they won't tell you, like, yeah, bro, my girl she put me on ice. She ain't talked to me in 2 weeks. Oh, well, maybe that's because you showed up to her job 5 of them days, bro. That's why. Maybe that's an important part of information that I need to effectively coach you by telling me you've been running up to her job and shit. Maybe that's the reason why she ain't answering you. But they don't want to tell you that part. They just want to, yeah, man, she tripping, man. Give me some lines so I can reattract her. No, bro, you need to take accountability for your bullshit. A lot of times when women be on bullshit, it's because the man is on bullshit. You got to realize that. A lot of that shit stems from you, bro. If I'm dealing with a chick and I'm letting her get with all types of shit, and then she gets to the point where she start throwing gold bottles at my head, that's my fault, bro. She don't wake up just wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it elevates to that point. But Black Jack, you married. I want to hear what you say because my cousin Black Jack, he a married cat. What do you got to say? Because you're married, so you got your one. So what happens if you don't have your one no more and you're single? Are they for the streets? You just running through them? What you gonna do, Black Jack?
Well, that's it's not a situation that I planned for. So I mean, once I took those vows, it was, I told my wife when we go through this, it's for life. But I probably revert back to my old ways. I was red pill before red pill. I mean, we was players. That's how we came up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say that they all for the streets. I think that we generalize things a lot in this society. We tend to just clump people all together as one, and especially online and social media, because this is a small portion of the world. It's not even the majority. There's so many people that aren't online expressing their feelings, and they could be completely opposite of what's popular online. You know what I'm saying? So while we're sitting here talking about they for the streets, there's a whole bunch of women out there that's trying to get married and do the right thing and be correct about it. They might be older. They might, you know what I'm saying, not have access to internet, whatever the situation. They might not just like social media. But if I was to get back in the game, it'd probably be just baby for the streets.
Yeah,
because I've done the proper thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It would take a serious woman to pull me out of that.
Right. All right. LDA. Let me ask you, but let me just say mine first, real quick. I'm gonna say because I want to say this because it's counterintuitive to what you guys might think. When women are for the streets, I mean, like I say, there's obvious ones. Even tattoos. I don't really mind the tattoos if they mean something. Because some of these artsy bras are really into art and shit, and they want to get hennas and shit on them. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that henna on your fucking shoulder, that what you call it, that sleeve, your ass is out of here. I can't trust you. Like, nah, bro. Like some women are into like different kind of stuff. But I would say for me, when I feel like women are for the streets, when the level of investment and attraction is super high. I know I missed y'all with that one because it's like I know I smell good and I look good and shit like that, bro. But it's like, come on, bro. Like we had one text conversation and you send me 2 pictures. Now you think you my girlfriend and shit. Like, hold on, slow this shit down. So when I get that, it's like, okay, she's a needy type of chick who needs the energy of a relationship, and she constantly like women like this. It's like all their dudes overlap. They're never out of love. They're in love. They start falling out of love. They start entertaining somebody, and then they transfer that over to this person, and then they transfer it over to this person. Like if you look at certain women on Facebook or Instagram and stuff, they're so in love every single time they have a relationship. It's never just oh we're dating. He's cool. It's oh my heart, my soul, my king, oh my other king. Like all this stupid shit. Like nah, bro. So when I meet a chick and she's like super into it, and I know that I ain't even gave her a dose of my pimping for her to act like that, red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like just stuff. Like, dude, I can meet a girl at the grocery store and I'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you give me a call tonight? We could chop it up about we could finish this conversation. And I meet her at like 12, and then she hit me up at 4. Hey, just making sure we're still on for that 8 o'clock phone call tonight. Yeah, bro. That kind of shit. See, and I know ain't nobody gonna say that because that's real. Because that's like, oh, this is good. No, that's bad sometimes. Sometimes that them be the ones that be cutting your tires and doing all this shit. It starts off with that, but you like the cooperation, so you ignore it because this is good. I'm getting all type of fire dome. She over here cooking and shit. I ain't even took her on a date. She just over here catering. Yeah, bro, because she's trying to wheel your ass in, bro, because she need that relationship energy. It's not even because of you. You feel what I'm saying? So LDA,
But
what's
you pay
going on,
attention
bro?
to the little things, though, Afi. That's you catch those little things.
Yeah, because I got master level game. I catch everything. Just like I know beautiful smiling right now, ain't she?
Can you guys hear me?
Stop it.
Huh? Look, confirmation.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, good. So this is just the other side of it. I think a lot of guys don't talk about, especially when they talk about the women for the street. We never talk about the psychological reason why she might be for the streets. One. Second of all, we never talk about why you are attracting a woman that is for the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So we never point the finger correctly at two people. The psychological reasons, hurt, damage, things could have happened why she decided to be for the streets. Second of all, we got to understand why you as a man are constantly attracted to women that are for the streets and not a woman that is for you. So there's a difference between being for the streets and a woman that is for you and you being who you are. So we have to look at a little bit deeper than just making a blanket statement that women are for the streets. There is a reason why she's for the streets. There is a reason why you keep attracting a woman that is for the streets. And until you examine that, then you can make a proper synopsis and synopsis of why this happened.
If I could just fast, because there are a couple things that I brought up. Good. You mentioned how the reasons that why she's for the streets, and that's 100% true. That's also right. She's that kind of person, and move her on. Right.
You gotta fix your mic, brother.
Man, I don't know what is up with this thing. Anyway,
I don't want you to think I'm being an asshole. They saying
no.
Try cutting the camera off.
Yeah. Try cutting the camera off. Sometimes that works.
How about that?
Better
now?
Yep.
Good. Okay. So what I'm saying is that yes, there may be reasons that she's for the streets. That's also not your responsibility. It's your responsibility to recognize that she is for the streets and to move her on if that's not what you're looking for. And LDA is also 100% right that we tend to attract what we're looking for, right? If you're always attracting girls who are nuts, there's something wrong with you. Either you are looking for people to fix, you don't believe you deserve anything better, or you believe that that's all that's out there. Because if you can't see or imagine anything better than a woman who's for the streets, that's all you will ever find.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so to get back to that whole idea of all women are for the streets and all women are like this, if you walk into every situation expecting that, hey, it's a possibility, and you let them prove you wrong, you allow them to prove to you that they are better than that, You're going to protect yourself on the outset, and you always leave the door open for more. You let them show you that they can actually add more value to your life than just what's between their legs, right?
Yeah, it's not that they're all for the
That's
streets. It's what mode she's in at the time. And if you can, it was like the shopping analogy I used before, you have to be a more appealing option than all the other options. That's what a high value guy is a guy that in the sexual market that she sees you and she's like, that's the one I want to buy, right? So if you are that guy, and that's why, we, preach so much here about bettering yourself and being the complete package, not faking it, renting, Ferraris and stuff like that, right? Buy an actual Ferrari, get rich enough, wealthy enough to actually buy one and just have it chill in your garage. And don't even think about it, right? That you don't have to display it. It's just like, hey, one weekend you'd be like, hey, I want to go out for a ride in the Ferrari. You'll be like, I didn't even know you had one,
Right.
And then you got it chilling in your garage with all your other cars, right? That's congruency with that lifestyle. Whereas if you're renting it and she just sees it when you're out on a date, you could have rented it, that sort of thing. So you got to be that guy in the marketplace where she's willing to switch that mode about what she's looking for and go, okay, this is my best option right here. And she still can switch modes at any time if she happens to spot a better option. That's why mate guarding and vetting is so important, because you want to make sure that she'll be loyal. The vetting, assuming she's for the streets, lets you vet her to figure out whether or not she's going to switch that, flip that switch and go off, as the old saying goes, go off the reservation and, try to do what she really wants to do that's better for her, because you're not that best option anymore. So,
Hey, let me say this. Some guys need to just be completely honest and stop all this belly aching and whining and complaining and just be honest. You want the girl that's for the streets. Stop playing up here. Just stop playing. I get tired of guys going, she's for the streets, she's for the streets. You want the girl for the streets. Just be happy on what you want. Stop complaining about them and start embracing them, because that is who you really want. You don't want the good girl. You don't want the girl that's going to be faithful to you and loyal to you. You want the girl for the streets. When you're honest about that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to walk into a new reality that this is what you really want. I just have to say it, because I heard it for so many years. I'm tired of it. Anyway.
We'll unpack that a little bit. What do you mean? I want a girl from the street. So I want a promiscuous woman. I want a hot, loud life woman. Like what do you mean? I want a woman from the street.
So beautiful, smiling right now, ain't
Stop it.
Huh? Look, come from Nation.
Can you hear me?
So look, Rick, you got the stream on. Just take the stream off of YouTube and then plug in the you know what I'm saying. Just you got them both going. Nice brother at work with a beard on. What's up, Slick Rick?
What's going on, guys?
Good. So are they for the streets? What you think? I was really interested to hear what you were saying too. What you have to say about it?
Yeah, there's some, and you can tell if you're a seasoned guy and you've been out there, you know who's for the streets. But you don't go into any interaction with that as a default. You can't. You have to give everybody a chance as far as when you meet them. You can tell if a woman is looking to just leech off of you, then you can automatically in your mind say, yeah, she's for the streets. But you don't go into everything with that mindset, saying, oh, every girl's for the streets until she proves differently. I mean, aren't you limiting yourself if you do that? I think as a person who's been out there, being married, I noticed who married women. I can see who was kind of having the wandering eye, and then after marriage, seeing the difference. Because I was married for such a long time, coming back to the game, you get to see both sides of it. And I think if you're seasoned enough, you should be able to spot stuff pretty quickly. I mean, you let them speak. People give themselves away, So all you have to do is let them speak, and you're gonna know what they're really about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, like people be thinking it's the obvious is if you sleep with women fast, but I don't agree with that one. Like I know how to seduce chicks, so it
Right.
don't never
Yeah.
really. I don't even know what taking long feels like anyway.
Hmm.
Because the times where it did take long, I was already doing other shit, so I didn't notice that I was waiting 6 months because I wasn't never really waiting.
Hmm.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It
That was
just
my
happened
A
problem
within
good
the six
example.
months.
A
Yeah.
good example
when I
of
was
this is what I was
celibate as
saying
a
now.
Christian.
Who was that talking?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Mikey.
oh,
Go
I think
ahead,
I'm
bro.
getting feedback. Oh, I was saying that was the problem that I had when I was, all blue pilled and religious and stuff like that and celibate, was that I would want to date girls and things would always escalate too quickly. And I would be wondering, like, I'm not trying to make this happen. And girls would be wanting to jump in bed with me. And I would be having to tell them no. And then they would not want to be friends with me because, I didn't know that would make them think that there was something wrong with them. I thought it was just me showing that I was being congruent with my religious beliefs, right? But I had all these problems because girls were just like going for it, and I didn't know why at the time. So I just kind of was just like, oh, they must be for the streets. This just they must be those kind of girls. I need to find the one that isn't going to do that. So it wasn't until a few years later that I figured that was not true. That it's just like I was triggering that seduction without even trying naturally, as Rolo said, like the blue pill alpha dude that is just this complete package on the side over here, and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, you gotta you have to know your prey too. Like for me, um, women are attracted to me, but it's not they're attracted to different things about me. It's not put it like this. Every chick who I have or deal with in a rotation or whatever, it's not because they think I'm cute or handsome. That's not always the go-to shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like some women just like me because of the way I articulate myself. They like my humor. They like, you know what I mean? It's different shit. They like the way I do with my dogs. It's just little stuff. So it's not always the same thing.
One really good example is like the girl I've been seeing for about a year and a half now. Like we met off of Tinder. We hooked up the first night we got together, and she's been amazing ever since. Right? She's conservative, comes from a conservative background, and she's been great in pretty much every way. She's a kind of woman that were I younger, if I hadn't already had kids and everything else, that I would consider settling down with. Right? She's that kind of girl. I'm at a different stage in my life. We're in very different worlds. But there's nothing wrong with this girl. This is definitely a girl that I would not say is for the streets at all. Right?
Mhm.
She's exactly the kind of woman that people say is a good girl. And yet we hooked up on the first night because the chemistry was right and she was on Tinder. Girls got needs.
Mhm.
Can't blame them for having a sex drive, for God's sakes. That's what we're here for in a lot of ways. Right?
Right.
And if you ride them, like, why would you wait?
And you know what too? And this is coming from this is to stand up for the females, in a sense that sometimes you may luck up in your game and get shit to happen fast because women have been on so many bad dates consistently. Then when you're the decent one, you're getting the ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because they didn't. This guy was a nerd. This guy dig on his nose. The third guy, he wanted her to pay. The fourth guy, he had a 2-inch penis. The fifth guy, she came over for Nex and Frills. He wanted to watch anime. And then you were just decent. You took her to the movies and
Right.
and you took her for a
Right.
steak. And she like, shit, cool. That's all I ever wanted. A dinner and a
Hmm.
steak. Now I can give you this ass.
Hmm. Also, the level of attraction. The interaction you have with a woman, and if you have a high level of attraction to each other, that's gonna happen. You're gonna have the easy access.
Yeah, cause like,
Yeah.
dude, sometimes I could meet a woman. She see, there's things. There's attraction and there's people's type. So I can I can get a new neighbor and she can be, what do I like? I like nice skin, I like nice teeth, and nice hair. So so
Hmm.
I can be attracted to her and I can want to go over there and hit it, but it's
Hmm.
different than somebody being my type though. Like, oh,
Hmm.
she has I like women with short hair. She has short, just more particular things. I like
Hmm.
women with short hair who wear heels, who are about 130 and dress conservative. So then when I meet all of that, that's my type, interest goes up. Cause so you have interest for women who are attractive, you want to sleep with, but when you find a woman who is up your alley, it's a different level of Because you're into it. When they call, you like, oh shit, this is the one that's my type. You're not saying that, but that's your subconscious mind telling you, like, oh yeah, this is my type calling, not oh, this is this fat ass calling. It's different. You know what I'm saying? When you are interested in a woman, you cannot help but think about the future. I'm gonna say that again. When you are interested in a woman, you cannot help but think about the future. I didn't say plan the future, but your ass starts thinking about it.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true. When you're vibing, when things start clicking, like it's a hard thing to turn off. Like, because people are hardwired to be connected. We're hardwired to be in relationships, right? That's part of what we're here for. And when you meet somebody you're really vibing with, when things start to click, man, it's hard not to think to walk down that road in your mind. Even if it's not a good idea, even if you're not a good match in a lot of different ways, you're doing stages in life, looking for different things, whatever it happens to be. You do that naturally. At least if you've got a healthy kind of mindset to begin with. If you're not broken, if you're not, kind of burned by everything and jaded by the world.
Facts. Let me get Tisha in here. Tisha, what's going on, babe? Let me
Hey,
ask
good
you this.
morning. Good morning, Alfie. Good morning, everybody
You're
on the
gonna drop
panel.
some fire bars on these cats. I want you to drop your table at 8 bars.
I don't know if I have any bars this morning, but something I just tuned in. So something I like what LDA said and brought up like a lot of guys.
Bring your ass up here, OG with it. Bring your naked ass up here. You naked ass, come up here. You can't quit coming up in here naked in my streams and you don't want to beam your ass up. Come on. Go ahead.
You still going in on her, Alfie?
I'm gonna keep doing bring your ass up here or change the naked pit. Go ahead.
But something LDA said, like a lot of men do want some of the women that are for the streets, and they just don't want to admit it. I mean, what you like is what you like. That's your type. Everything comes with consequences in life, so you should know what you're getting into anyway. But something that I don't like that guys do, they always quick to ask body counts. You could tell them the correct number, they still won't believe it. So what's the point of this immaturity thing with the body counts? Can any guy on the panel please talk to me about that?
Yeah, that you hit it on the head. That's immaturity. You can't control what the other person has done. So, you have to feel comfortable with the person. You can't, that shouldn't even be a concern because, I mean, unless she's run through, then yeah, definitely you're gonna look at that. But I think it's immaturity to ask for that. To you meet somebody and you're gonna say, what's your body count? I think that's immature.
I asked the body count, but I don't.
All you need to do is ask for an up-to-date test result.
I have friends that always tell me that. I had a guy ask me that one time, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter what number you say. You could say the correct number. How they gonna know? They're not gonna believe you either way, whether it's low, high. I don't know. So I was wondering about that. That was really interesting to me. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Weren't we told not to trust that number anyways back in the day? I mean, you multiply it by 3, right?
Yeah, multiply by 3, right? Exactly.
I'll ask little stuff just to get a roundabout. I don't expect women to tell me the real number unless it's like under 20. Anything over 20, she ain't telling. And that's the thing. Like, I told the chick this maybe about a week ago, and she said she had like 40 bodies or something. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she was like, oh, you don't think that's a lot? I'm like, no, you 42 years old. You've been fucking since you were 16. Like, I'm realistic.
It's about a body a year.
Like, you ain't never been married. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never been married. You had sex at 16. So what's that? That's 20 years, 24. So you've been having sex for 26 years. So, you just catching a couple of bodies a year. That's all.
All right, good. You just did what the guys do, Afi. You just broke it down. You know that, right? You just divided, did your addition, what you married.
Well, and another thing.
No. That's not true. I know women. Hold on, Lawrence. I got you next. I know women with the fire cooch and they got like 3-4 kids and still got the fire sex, bro. So that ain't always. You can't just tell like, oh, this vagina ain't
Right.
that tight. Oh, cause she got 3 kids, though. I should have knew it. No, I didn't met
Exactly.
chicks with
That's my
3
point.
kids
Okay.
with the fire tight, fire wet, everything.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
I
actually,
met chick with 1 kid and it'd be whack. So
Okay.
it's actually the girls that do a lot of activity like that actually have tighter down there because they're more active, so the muscles are stronger.
right.
You really think so,
So
Viking?
I know so. Ask
Well,
Sterling
you the,
Cooper.
yeah, you the
He'll
guy,
back me
so
up
I'm not
on
even
this.
going to debate you on that. You're right, because you're the guy. I'm not even going to debate that.
Yeah, Sterling Cooper was actually just talking about this, and I backed him up on his stream. Was that because some guy was asking, I think, if the girls in porn are looser, or if you can tell, and he's just like, actually, in his experience, he said that it's usually the girls in that industry that actually have the but it all depends on the girl. It does depend on the girl, but on the probability of averages, it does. He said it does seem that that's the case. For instance, my girl has had a kid. She had no problems, and I had my buddies kind of going like, "Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts," her, and it's just like that wasn't the case because she's got good genetics, and I selected her partly for that. Right? Like I knew we were genetically compatible because of just instinct, and I listened to that. Right, and so when it comes to the vetting, what Ryan was talking about before, yeah, you go in with the assumption she's for the streets, and you're not necessarily like demanding proof, right? Because like say the guys that are asking for body counts, right? They're trying to figure it out. The reason why women lie is because, like she said, most women can just lie because the guys actually asking those sort of silly questions are going to believe the answer because they believe in this idealistic idea of trust and openness in the relationship, right? So they're asking silly questions to try to get a male direct answer, but the girl's not going to give you a direct answer because once again, genetically, we know that that's not a good thing. Right? We feel it in our core, right? When you get in that gut instinct, that's why they call it gut instinct. You feel it in yourself, and that's what vibe is that you feel that chemical reaction, you feel that response to the body language of the interaction, and how that person, what we call vibe. It's just body language and chemistry. I mean, it takes like the magic away from it, right? But at the same time, if you really understand it, I think it's kind of magical because I understand how to trigger those chemical reactions. So this is one of the reasons why I said that in my my kink is inflicting pleasure, not pain. Right? I like to find new and creative ways to make my girl have a good time. Right? That's my kind of side hobby in terms of that. And it seems like I've always had that mindset. Because, like I said, I had, first time a girl tried to force herself on me, I was 6 years old and she was 10. Right. So, I mean, I've had, even though I was good Christian boy for many, many years, I've had a lot of close calls where I had to, say no because I knew that that's not what I wanted at the time or what I thought I wanted. If that makes sense. So a lot of guys that ask those questions, they will believe the answer because that's why they're asking the question in the first place. They just want to feel better and get it's like the guys that come in and ask for permission, basically, of guys like Rolo to do alpha things. It's like they just need a permission slip.
It's about fear.
Let me say this about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody's talking.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. Who's talking?
Go ahead.
Let me say this about the body count. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So let me say this about the body count, which is I've heard it so many years, and it can be a concern for some men. But you got to look at what is it rooted in. It could become the Madonna whore complex that's kicking in inside of the man. One. The second thing is it could be rooted in insecurity because you're worried about how many men she with, and if you are able to dominate her past, what she passed the point than which the people that she dealt with in her past. So you're going to always there's always a wondering thought, am I as good as the people in the past? So that needs to be unraveled inside of the man where he does not care. That when he inserts his phallus, he takes over and dominates, no matter what happens in the past. That's the mentality a man needs to have. But I'm just talking and walking.
Hey, one thing guys need to understand is women will tell you stuff based on your sensitivity, bro. That's bars.
Hmm. Hmm.
Based on they gonna tell you the shit based on your sensitivity.
Right.
If you don't react to what they tell you more.
Hmm.
That's a game hack. I want money for that.
They're,
That's
they're,
save
they're,
money.
they're reading you. The minute they interact with you, they're reading you. And if they see that you're a hypersensitive guy, or they're gonna curtail whatever they're gonna say. They're gonna mold it around what they can get away with in front of you, but what they can talk to you about.
Let me read this
Question,
chat.
Aki.
Let me read this
Okay.
chat real quick from Cole Black. I think this is Red Pill Surgeon, and you just changed your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. He says women usually lie because they blind. It takes them out of the wife category. They notice initially, and we want to ensure paternity naturally. That's facts. I got a question. I want to JJ with the questions. Let me see.
Let me find one
Because
real quick.
I gotta correct. Yeah. Well, go ahead. I'm gonna still find that
So
comment.
the obsession with body counts kind of came from back in the day, back whenever it was a big deal to have sex before marriage and everything else. Back when paternity was a big deal and that stuff and that sort of thing. Where after the 70s, like we had birth control, like women these days are having a lot more sex than they did back then. It's accepted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the times have changed, and the reality of the sexual marketplace has changed, and just higher body counts are a thing now. So guys that are so worried about that are living back in a past that no longer exists, right? They're trying to build a world that doesn't exist anymore, and just they need to move on from that. It's rooted in insecurity, like LBA said. Wonder if they can measure up.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that Mr. Torres there and Afi said about, if you're comfortable, if you relax, if you just talk about like what sort of things they've done, you're going to get much more information about what kind of girl she is, what kind of things that she's into, right? If I'm with a girl and instead of asking about a body count, we start talking about fantasies and things we've done and find out, hey, she used to hang out in glory holes all the time. Well, that tells me a hell of a lot more than the body count ever will, right? If she's like only been, done missionary and a couple of things and hasn't tried, threesomes and orgies and everything else, well, that tells me a lot more than the body count ever will.
Boom. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Cause look, dude, Ryan, that's a good point you made. Cause look, boom. For instance, right? Say a woman. Say you met your girl, Ryan, and so that's your high school sweetheart. So you took her virginity, and you guys were together from the age of 20 to 30. Just an example. All right, so she got one body, and then you introduce her to the swinger shit. Now she got 30 bodies. So look how she got the body. So that, you know what I'm saying? So we got one girl who accumulated 30 bodies over 20 years, and we got another girl who accumulated bodies because Ryan then turned her ass out and put her onto the shit, and now she's catching like 15 per week and shit. And you just happen to meet her when she had 40, and she even got them 40 bodies in like 3 parties. You looking at it as it's all the same. And then with this comment, he says, just real quick, JJ says, the more man a woman sleeps with after a period of time, she's going to lose her ability to emotionally bond with one person as they become used to sexual attention from multiple. That's not true, bro. That's some more of this red pill shit. That's not true. Don't you understand there's finesse? There's women who are prostitutes, bro, and get wiped up by millionaires because they know how to adapt and become the woman that the man thinks or says he wants. So that's not true, bro. There's some women who can have 1 million bodies and you'll still come home to a dinner, still come home to head, still come home. Damn, daddy, you've been working out. So that ain't true. That's like that narrative. Like, no, that is true in some cases, but no, there are some women who can bond and have hella bodies. Some women aren't in control of their emotions.
No, Afi, real quick, I just
Let
wanted
me say
to
this,
ask.
Afi.
Okay, Lawrence, and then Tisha. Go ahead, Lawrence, and then Tisha.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I think the problem is men don't know how to get a woman to bond with them, so they will make a statement like that.
Hold on, naked. You coming on late, and I can't hear shit you saying. You gotta
There's
fix the
women
mic, beautiful. I
who
can't hear
can
you.
get wiped.
Can't hear you, babe. Can't hear you. Remix. Okay, hear you. Whoa, rough. Can't hear your ass on this stream. I'm going Curtis Blow. Can't hear shit you saying.
Oh.
Grand opening, grand closing. What's up, Unique? Go ahead, Tisha.
No, I was waiting for LDA to finish.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because Beach just came on like a
Yeah, she came on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
hmm
I said the problem is a lot of guys don't know how to get a woman to bond with them. That's the reason why they make those statements like that. So when they say, well, she's unable to, no, you don't know how to get her to bond with you. That is the real question you need to be asking yourself. Because a real man knows how to get a woman to bond with her, regardless of what she's done in the past. Trust me, I'm not talking about theory. I'm talking experience.
Yeah, bro. Women will turn into the woman you think. That's what I'm saying. Like you guys will understand. You got this shit will have you thinking women are retarded, bro. Women are just emotional. It's the difference between being emotional and not being smart. These women be smarter than dudes because they be realizing early on that they have something that people are willing to work for and do shit for, which is their vagina. Dudes don't figure that shit out. Mostly never. Guys never. Guys keep. It's like they will never experience, even if you have a lot of women and you sleep with 100, 200, 300 bodies, it's still a different interaction when those women are chasing you, in contrast to me chasing all these broads, sweating them and accumulating all these bodies. So I realized early that, hey, these women like to have sex with me. So what they gonna do for it? I learned
it's
that
actually
early on.
it's one of my guru tests that I pay attention to. If the guy that's talking knows the difference between transactional, or starfish sex and actual validational sex, they know game. Like, because they've screwed up and learned, and they got better and know the difference. There's a massive difference. For anybody that doesn't know, if you say there isn't, I know you've never had real sex. Just saying. Like, if a guy says there's no difference between paying for it and being in a solid relationship, you have no clue, no fucking clue.
One thing I
Now, a quick question that I wanted to
Shout out to
say.
JJ for coming in. You started a channel yesterday, and I like your energy, bro, because you're very talkative. I like that shit. So you speaking my language, bro. It don't matter what you say as long as you're saying something. So shout out to him. Go ahead, Tisha.
Oh, I just wanted to ask everybody on the panel. Guys go into what they call monk mode, right? Women go into nun mode. I know. Shout out to Topaz. She was also talking about that on one of her panels, and you get a lot of guys that don't believe that a woman is seriously taking a break from sex right now. To the same way that men focus on their purpose, we're focusing on our purpose as well. So sex is not our
The
top
guys
of the
that
list
believe
thing
that,
at the time.
they're usually the guys that'll say they're not whacking off, but they're secretly whacking off to porn. That's why they think that.
Yeah, it's guys that don't know what they're talking about.
So you
It's the
guys
same
don't
thing as
believe females can take a break? They not for the streets. They're in nun mode.
No.
Seriously.
No, I do believe that they can take a break, and
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That the guys that think that they can't, they're usually coming at it from that perspective of they're projecting more than anything. They think they're coming at it from the male perspective, and a lot of these guys, that's what they do. They whack off to porn to alleviate their daily needs, and rather than going and learning game and getting the testosterone built up in their system that makes them want to go out and mate.
Let me get unique. Let me get unique in here. Unique, you go, and then War Report go.
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's going on, brother? We lit this morning.
Hey, Unique.
Trav, come up, dude. What's up?
So basically, we're just trying to figure out if all women are for the streets, yeah? To me, not all of them, unless like she's like a prostitute or she's an escort. Because to be honest with you, she for the streets and all that is something that a celebrity came up with, and now it's just gone all over YouTube, and content creators are just like spreading this she for the streets philosophy. And I think so many guys have been influenced by content creators. So to me, I don't believe that all women are for the streets, unless, like I said, she's in the profession of a prostitute or she's an escort. So that's my opinion on that.
Those are real picture. And let me. And I'm glad you said that, Unique. I promise. I'm glad you said that because it made me think of something. We gotta think about the person who started it. Future.
Yes.
the most ratchet fucking rapper of all time. Of course, look who he fuck with. And all he want to fuck with is strippers and that freak hoes. Put that your ass to the, that's his type. Remember we talked about it?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, he ain't looking at no Michelle Obama type chicks. Let's say Michelle Obama wasn't with Barack. He wouldn't even holler at her. He don't even. That's not. So it's like that's his environment.
So Michelle wouldn't be in the club.
Not for him. For me, I fuck with it. I like chicks with jobs and money, bro. And it's not even like on a pimp level, bro. It's like the more money you got, the less you need of mine. Because I don't play that game. See, you cats be playing the game wrong. You'll meet a chick, Ryan. They'll meet a chick with they shit together, and then they'll try to like compete them to show they got their shit together and shit too. Oh yeah, man, I met this doctor and shit. So since I met a doctor, I gotta take her to fucking the steakhouse and shit and pay the bit so I can show her I'm on her level. You fucked up already, bro. You supposed to be on her level mentally just because you on a date with her, bro. You don't gotta outdo her. Oh shit,
Exactly.
Oh yeah, she got a Ferrari, so fuck, man. I don't want her to see my Benz, so let me go rent some shit. You're already performing, bro. Even when you get her, you got her wrong, bro.
Leading with the wallet, never do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's
I can,
you guys think that what they have
Go ahead,
in the
Ryan.
law job is the only thing that they have of value because it's the easiest thing that they can show.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that a guy who knows how to lead, knows how to
Ronaldo, you next.
work his way through the world, right? He knows how to give something that you can't put a dollar figure on.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put a price on leadership. You can't put a price on vision and drive and determination, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one guy, he and I were earlier guys in the manosphere earlier, this whole dating space, and he was talking about how his wife makes a lot more money than he does, but he still runs the family, right? He still has that leadership role in the family because that's his job as the man in that relationship. She brings the money. She's got the higher earning profession, but she still defers to him because it's not the money, it's not the paycheck that determines the authority in the relationship. It's who can actually lead and drive that boat. And a lot of people, a lot of women that I've met who are more professional types want to be able to fucking relax at the end of the day. They don't want to have to take on the responsibility of running the relationship on top of everything else. So a man that can take that off the plate and just handle that and handle it well without like ego, without all this drama and stuff, that's a valuable commodity. And it doesn't matter how much money is in your pocket. You got to have some. You got to take care of your business, obviously, but you ain't got to be rich to be able to grow like that.
Fire bars right there, Ryan. Y'all put some fire signs in the chat. You cannot put a price on leadership, bro. Women, why I need to follow you? Bro, y'all keep asking me to send me the link and it's in the chat. Golly, bro, is y'all not looking at the same shit I'm looking at? Y'all don't see this link right here? The hell y'all looking at? Quit. I'm gonna tell y'all expert level, quit watching my shit and looking at porn at the side. I know what y'all doing. Y'all watching porn and then y'all got this shit in the background. That's why, Trav, you watching some porno, bro. You keep asking for the link and it's right here. So that means that you gotta open another screen looking at porn, bro. What is you doing? You gotta turn the porn off. You gotta turn. Let me get War Report in here, bro. What you got to say? What's some tips about women being for the street? What sets you off? Are they for the streets? Let us know. You can end the show.
I want to follow my mate Unique 79 and say no. You see what I'm saying? Not all women are for the streets, but social engineering plays a part. It plays a big role. And more to the point, even if she is for the streets, if that's what she wants to do, so be it. I'm all for the allowing women to do what they want to do. It's just that they just can't have it both ways. So, to be honest, the only men that are surprised or the only men that are up in arms about it are those that are looking at it through rose-colored glasses. You see what I'm saying? Like, remember that show Girls Gone Wild? Or the little DVDs they had?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I remember when I moved from because I'm from DC originally. But when I moved to the suburbs, these kids were so excited about the DVD because they didn't know that girls could be like this. I never forget it. My next door neighbors were these two white dudes named Scotty and Joy. They was like, "Oh man, have you ever seen Girls Gone Wild?" And I'm looking like, "Okay, what's this?" I'm saying, oh, so y'all just fascinated by girls, you know, taking their tops off. I was like, oh, all right, if y'all knew what I knew, then this would be some regular shit. So more to the point, like you know, I want to piggyback on what Unique was saying. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, not all women are for the streets, but the women that are for the streets are making women that aren't look bad.
That's facts. Well, you know what? We got to wrap it up. So go ahead and say your last words, and I'm gonna roll it down. If you guys trying to get in now, we only been going live for an hour, so why you didn't try to get in 15, 20 minutes ago? That I don't feel bad about it. You guys know these panels fill up. You got to hop on the shit. I don't feel bad at all. I see y'all trying to get in. We all should have been trying to get in 30 minutes ago. Did they fill up every time? I don't know what part y'all don't get. So War Report, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm on here. You see what I'm saying? My channel is The War Report, TH3 War Report. You see it in my avatar. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make men challenge themselves, and you know, that's about it, man. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Oh, good. Hey, real quick, too, I want everybody to do me a favor. Share this video to 10 people you know. Give me a fire sign in the chat if you can share the video. You just look, instead of DMing these hoes, instead of doing that, you get this video, you go to share, you put copy link, and then you share it to 10 people in your Instagram feed, bro. That's what you do. That's what I want today. And drop a comment, because this is the information that needs to be shared, not this fuck shit. So, Slick Rick, say your last words, bro.
Yeah, I want to say salute to the panel. Thanks for having me on. Actually at work. Got to get back to work anyway. You can catch me on IG, Rick Torres 550.
All right, Unique.
Yeah, just want to say thank you for having me on the panel, even though it was short and sweet, but it was still worth it. Yeah, one last thing. Like I said, too many content creators are trying to influence you, a lot of guys, and which needs to stop. Unfortunately, it won't, because not many guys will listen. So, like I said, you know, just follow your own path. And as you said, Afi, you know, the reason why women bullshit is because men bullshit. That's why. So you can find me on Instagram, which is Antonio_unique79. So thank you guys, and God bless.
Okay, let's go with Tisha. P Dubs, come up right now, bro. I'm gonna put it for you right now, and then so you can just say your last words and shit. Go ahead, Tisha, say your last words.
Oh, thank you, Afi, for having me on the panel. As always, this is another good conversation. Again, great Tuesday conversation. So thank you to everybody else on the panel, and that's about it.
Good, Black Jack.
Thanks for having me on, bro. I didn't say it last time. Shout out to the panel. And just, I'm not really on anything, so I'm right here where I'm at. I'll be in the chat room on Facebook, but that's about it.
All right, shout out to Graham Mail for the super chat. He says, men are super quick to judge women that belong to the streets. If the girl twerks at the club, to the streets. If she restricts them to the... Yeah, that's the main one. When they get rejected, they for the streets for sure. LDA, last words.
This is Lawrence D. Adams. As you can see, I'm running before I get to my show. Find me at 12:30 Eastern Time. Lawrence D. Adams, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Peace. We talking about the game is to be sold, not told.
Peace. P Dubs, it's a slot for you to come and say your last words, bro. It's I put it in the chat. Ryan, say your last words.
Thanks for having me on. It's great to chat with you guys again. Salute to the ladies who came on and braved the fire that the guys sent to throw. You can find me at hypnosisformen.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Hypnosis for Men. Go ahead and drop that in the chat.
Good. Beautiful.
Just, you know, don't generalize everybody into one group. It's not fair to the other people. I guess you know, be mindful of the energy that you're getting from other people, and base your decisions based, you know, on that. You can see my videos on YouTube at Beautifully Animated, and I have an IG, Beautifully Animated without the space.
There you go. It's right there. Viking, And y'all put some more fire signs. I said share this video to 10 people. I need more people to say it. Y'all put the fire signs. Y'all gonna share it. Go ahead, Viking.
All right. Follow me on IG. That's on the screen. Viking Paradigm, and here on YouTube. Here I can actually, since I'm not showing up in the YouTube search engine yet because I'm so new, I'll just drop a YouTube link in the chat if that's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And
so it's not just me because I've been doing a search for my name and it doesn't pop up. I'm just like, okay.
You gotta get some.
yeah,
You gotta get
you
some
need
more.
you need to show up in the search engine. You need 10,000 views. FYI. So once you hit 10,000 views, you'll start showing up in the search engine. But yeah, I'll touch on one thing if that's all right. Going back to the pair bonding thing. I would say yes, it is a bit of a myth the way most people perceive it. Okay, because like you guys were touching on, is that the pair bonding thing. Yes, if the girl is having lots of like if she gets damaged early on, and so all of her sexual experiences tend to be in abusive relationships or relationships that were bad. Yes, there's going to be a lot of emotional baggage. And this will make her, not be able to pair bond because there's too much damage. But you can still get, it just, a girl like that takes more work. It's just whether or not you're willing to put in the work. That's the thing. So it's not something that is recommended because often it can't be done. It usually requires her to get therapy and all this sort of, stuff that's just a lot of work to do. So you don't want to try to build somebody up. You want to build yourself up and find somebody else who's built themselves up. So yes, you will find a lot of these girls that can't pair bond because they've gotten into either bad luck, got into bad relationships early on, had bad things happen to them early on that was completely out of their control. But this will cause them more difficulties in pair bonding just because they've been betrayed too many times. So they there's a higher threshold to overcome that damage.
Good. Well, appreciate you. As for me, follow me on Instagram. Just fell off, P-Dubs. So I wanted him to end the show. We'll just try it again another time. But P-Dubs, shout out to him. Give P-Dubs a fire sign because he's the one who inspired this video. Or go ahead and say your last words, bro. The honorary P-Dubs, you started this drama. What's going on? Say some cool shit so I could go to work. Say something cool as shit. P-Dubs.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what up, fam? How you?
What's going on? Look at that handsome guy right there. What's your last take? That handsome guy with a handsome smile and a handsome beard.
Shit.
And handsome eyebrows. Let's go.
I just I'm at work and shit. I'm sweaty as hell. Salute to everybody on the panel. It's an honor to be here and a privilege. I ain't even saying I'm disagreeing with y'all. All I said was they're for the streets until proven otherwise. Obviously, if you're talking to them, vetting them, is to be proven otherwise. So it wasn't even a disagreement. I wasn't even disagreeing with y'all. My problem is why I got, y'all got somebody or whoever Oaktown is got to say something about my age or something. I got to be like a young cat just because I said that. Now, I'm in my 30s, you know what I'm saying? Out here doing solar panels on my grind, man on his purpose and shit. But I got to be young because I vet women that way or I said it. And, you know what I'm saying? That's just my thing. Like, why are you starting with me?
Well, look at that. He didn't even show Oaktown. See, you lost some points, bro. You didn't even show up for the culture. You supposed to be repping Oakland. You didn't even show. He didn't even show. He gonna DM me. P-Dubs. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? The work, you know what I'm saying? The baby mama was saying something. Yeah, Oaktown. You didn't even show up in the chat.
Or drop a super chat. Or he even drop a super chat to show love. Or to go against me.
Well, he didn't even show up today. So, Oaktown, we gonna fight. We gonna fight for the streets. Anyways, I gotta go to work with these kids. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, drop this shit. Send it to 10 people. Drop a comment. If y'all drop 10 comments, I'll do a late night Q&A. Other than that, I appreciate y'all. Huh?
You know I'm gonna drop Pimpalicious up in there.
Oh, for sure. I already know.
I always drop love, dog. You know,
always.
Love, man. Sorry. I'll be on my
He does, and that's why I always show you love. We did a whole show around your ideology and stuff. And it wasn't a debate. I just thought it was an interesting thing for man and woman to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have just did a video. You feel what I'm saying? Of why I think or not think, but I thought it was more effective to have an open dialogue rather than me just whip out my phone and say whether I think and what I don't think for 10 minutes and upload it to YouTube. It was better to have a conversation. So 10 comments, leave them in the chat. We'll do an open Q&A. Other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.